Morning, it's Dougie Mack here at BayRadio International Breakfast, and I'm pleased to announce I have my special guest here today. It's Heather Small. Hiya.
Good morning, Dougie.
How are you?
I'm good, especially after that welcome.
I know, well, you got to do it, yeah. Well, it's been a while since we last spoke. I mean, it's...
Remotely as well.
I can't remember if it was pre-COVID or post.
Oh, you're not asking me, are you?
No, do you see?
Yeah, I'm a musician.
It was a few years ago. But anyway, you've probably been up to all sorts since we last spoke.
Yeah, I've done quite a few shows in that time, Dougie. Quite a few, yes, luckily for me.
Well, no, you're still rocking.
I love it. I absolutely love what I do.
And West London in the house.
That's where I'm from.
You used to live down the road from where I was. I used to be in Acton.
Oh, I was in Latimer Road, near Ladbroke Grove.
Yeah, you're a bit further. Bit like we played earlier some Basement Jacks. They're Ladbroke Grove, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great place. I mean, record shops around that area.
Used to be so brilliant. Yeah, it was all about the music, and then you've got the carnival in Portobello.
What was that one on Goldhawk Road? There was a record shop on Goldhawk Road I used to use all the time.
Oh, I know. Near the station.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't called...
If anybody listening to this can remember, please WhatsApp us. Let us know, because that's going to drive me nuts.
It's imperative.
Now. Yes,
it's imperative.
It is. We've got to know this.
Dougie turns himself stir crazy.
I'm going to absolutely tear my hair out if I don't find out what that record shop was called on the Goldhawk Road. Anyway, yeah, I was in Acton, a place called the Gin Palace. Remember that?
Okay.
I used to live above it and DJ there, and we'd have queues of people.
Obviously, you were very young, because there's no way you want to live above.
Nah. I mean,
discotheque now.
Imagine, right? When I used to stay there on my nights off sometimes, and they'd be doing karaoke, and it used to drive me nuts. But you remember the police station's right next door to it, and we used to have queues of people all the way around past the old Bill station. It was interesting times. Anyway, early 90s. Know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Interesting times.
Yes, interesting times. So from West London to where are you now? What are you doing?
I'm still in West London.
You're still in West London?
Yes.
You can't beat a bit of West London, though.
I think, you just get used to an area, and it feels like home. And so I've stayed. Yeah, I don't live too far from where I was born. So, yeah, it suits me.
It's a great area too. I mean, I used to, I was living in Brighton at the time, so I'd go up to West London 3-4 days a week and then go back to Brighton, and it was nice.
I like Brighton though.
Yeah, you can't beat a bit of Brighton. I used to drive down, and I'd get to Haywards Heath and I could feel the sea air, because West London in, for instance, August gets a bit...
Well, it's full on. It's central. But I do like that. I like that you can any day of the week go and do something. The gallery, theatre, and those are things that I love. So it suits me. I am an urbanite. I like the countryside, but I'm allergic to everything from hay to the cows.
Oh, really? Well, that's inconvenient, isn't it?
Just a tad.
Yes. So come on, let's talk about what you've been doing then. So obviously you're known for not just your solo career, but People as well.
Of course.
Well, I like to call the People. Yes, Mike Pickering's People. There's a name from the past.
That was what the M stood for.
Yeah, exactly.
For Mike's People, because it's supposed to be a collective when we started. So on the very first album, there's more than one singer. Can you imagine that? Yeah. And but all the singles were my vocals, so people don't realise sometimes that there is more than one singer. But by album 2, I was the only singer, Dougie. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you think to yourself, it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
And we were having fun. Yeah. So we just carried on.
Yeah. Old Michael. Did you speak to him these days?
I don't see him often, no.
No. Bless him. He was a right one. He was a proper DJ. Anyway. So what are your best memories, though, from People days?
It's always going to be live work for me. We played Glastonbury, we played Manchester with Simply Red. It's those kind of shows that lots of people gather at. But even the small ones, and we did some mad, crazy things at the beginning when you played in some of the clubs. I remember standing on a crate in one club with two bouncers either side of me just to make sure everything was going to be all right. And I think that was the Tunnel Club in Glasgow.
Oh, really?
It was so much fun. And then we went to New York and we did a gay club, and there was some young men in their Calvin Kleins dancing on top of tables. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We went to do a tour in Australia, and they threw a party for us, and there was like trans ushering us in, and just these beautiful people, and it was on a rooftop, and I just thought, yeah, this is the life of a musician. I quite like it. That what I was doing was just concentrating on the band. We were doing a lot of recording. We were doing a lot of. It was very old school. You write, you record, and then you tour. And because we had quite a few albums out in a short period of time, because we'd been in bands that hadn't quite made it. So here we were in a band that we were actually selling records, and you just don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
So we were just putting our all into it, and it was hard work. It was hard work, but it was definitely fun.
Paid off.
Yes, because I have a catalogue of songs and I have a wealth of experience, and I'll be putting to use at Dos Toros.
Absolutely. So, what about your creative process? Tell us about that. What's your...
I haven't recorded new material in a while, but usually I collaborate. I bounce off other people, and it's quite organic. And people think to themselves, oh, you sing, you write, you just get into a room and all the magic will happen. But still, it's quite an intimate process. So you have to really feel comfortable with somebody, especially if it's a new writer or collaborator, in a short space of time. So you know quite soon whether it's going to work or not. And then I like to go away, especially if it's going to be a vocal. I like to go away and sit with that vocal and that music, and really embed myself and see how I will approach it. Because I always think to myself, a song is a story. So however long that story is, there should be a beginning, a middle and an end, and people should be able to follow that. So for me, there are parts of a song that I'll put in different kinds of melodies or something that I think is a sing-along, because I am also a lover of music, and there's always parts in a song that you can't wait to get to. So I wanted to have that in the songs, that there's parts of the songs that people think, this bit's coming up, and they want to sing, or it makes them just dive out of their chairs and start dancing, or it makes them really want to listen. So I think to myself, there's always got to be in the process something that's engaging all the way through the song. You have to give that kind of, and that has to be vocally and that has to be musically. So for me, it's always keeping the interest of the listener.
Now, if you were to collab, you could pick anybody you wanted to collab with, living or dead, although the dead ones probably wouldn't be such a great collab, but if you could...
I couldn't get consent.
Who would it be? Anybody in history?
Well, right now, there is a performer called Dougie.
Yes.
And she is
Anxiety.
Yeah, I like the way she mixes everything that she knows, from pop to R&B to old school soul, and puts that into a song. And sometimes it's just, Anxiety sounds like a real pop song. And I think that being able to express yourself and all the music genres and all the different sides of you, that's the genius thing to do, and make it so catchy and make it accessible to everyone. Not just the style of music, but the content of the words. So yeah, she's very clever. So that would be somebody that is current. And back in the day, I don't know, it's quite difficult. Maybe somebody like Nat King Cole.
Wow. Yeah.
Because that's the real. If you're going to do a duet,
I could see that working.
You do it with the best.
Absolutely. Now, if, for instance, anybody listening to this, aspiring singers, performers, got any advice?
Yeah, what I would say was join a band, learn your craft, and just keep at it. Everything, even good gigs, bad gigs, whatever the situation, they're a learning curve. And sometimes and go and see as many shows and bands and singers that you can, and listen to a lot of singers if you're a singer, because you learn what to do and what not to do, especially live. Live is very, very different from the studio. Studio, with all of it, you have to be precise. You have to hit those notes. But live, again, is something different. Live, you have to bring yourself and your personality, and you have to trust yourself and your ability, and that only comes with experience. Some people get on. When I first got on stage, I stood in one space and closed my eyes. I was terrified. Oh. And then you understand that an audience will forgive anything except for lack of commitment, lack of integrity, authenticity. So I think you just got to get out there and you've got to do it. You've got to find like-minded people that spur you on. And it's very difficult in these times to make money as a young musician, because, the selling of records is not open to you anymore. And you heard the words I use, records, CDs, because now people want their music for free, but they have to understand that the creative process is not easy, and that people do want recompense for it. It's not being greedy, it's about being valued. And so I think that people have to understand that they have to value music more in the way of payment for musicians. Otherwise, they can't do it on a full-time basis. And your best comes from being able to concentrate on what you do and your craft full-time.
You mentioned Dougie, but what about other current artists? Anyone that stands out apart from that one?
It's difficult for me because there's so many. I mean, like Charlie.
XCX.
XCX, yeah, very good. Who else do I like? It's hard because I listen to a lot of older style music. Like I love Nina Simone, I love Gladys Knight. I like the staple singers. Oh, yeah. So it's somebody else that's got a fantastic voice, Fantasia, who is a gospel singer. She's absolutely amazing. And so I think I'm just up for anybody with real character in their voices, and something that would be a juxtaposition to my own voice. And I have done collabs with Tom Jones.
Oh, really?
And that was something to behold.
I'll bet.
Listen, that's one of the most amazing voices you're ever going to hear. And I stood next to him in the studio, and I thought, I'm never going to be able to sing again, because I cannot keep up with this man and the loudness, the timbre, everything. But it was so exciting to have somebody that talented next to you, and like doing a proper duet, where we're in the room at the same time, because a lot of those things happen and you're not in studio at the same time. So that was a total buzz.
What about travel? And I mean,
I love
the
travel.
rock and roll industry is, it can be glitz and glamour, but sometimes the travelling bit can be a bit much.
Well, I've been in 4 countries in 3 days. So, but you get used to it. And if you can't go from A to B, you can't perform to everybody around the world. And I love that. But travel itself, I love. Absolutely love. And if I've got a long journey or even a short one, mind over matter, I put myself to sleep so that when I get to where I'm going, I can enjoy it to the fullest. And even I was on the way over here, after I woke up, the man said to me, "This is amazing. You've slept the whole journey." And I said, yeah, mind over matter. So I think get enough rest, but enjoy it. And life's for living. So I think it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel the urgency of life, because we've all lost people that had no business leaving us at such an early stage. And so I think when I do things, I just don't do it for me, I do it for them. I think to myself, my friends and loved ones who've passed, they would have loved to have done this, so I'm doing it in their honour as well. So I don't complain about that. I get out there and explore.
And where have you explored? What's your favourite place?
Well, I turned 60 this year, and I was like,
get out of here.
Yeah, I like you, Dougie. So I said to myself, with this wellness, and so I went to Ghana. I've been to Ghana a few times, but places I haven't been. Zanzibar. I went to Zanzibar this year.
Wow.
Absolutely gorgeous place. gorgeous people. I went to Goa and never been to India. And so I did all the Ayurvedic treatments.
Nice.
And, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And later in the year, I'm going to, the familiar, like I'm going to go to Italy with the family. I've been to Barbados. That's where my family is from. So, and Kerala is on the list. I'm going to do some more of the Ayurvedic treatments and the backwaters. So it is about travel. When I'm not working, I will be traveling for pleasure. But work is pleasure too, because I've come to Spain a few days early. Look, here I am with you, so that I can enjoy it. You get to a stage whereby you have to try and balance work life, and at this time of my life, I think I've got that right.
Yeah. How do you manage that though? I mean, it's not something everyone can do just like that.
No, and like I said, I'm 60, and when I first started, I wasn't exploring the cities that I went to because we were moving on so quickly. And then you get somewhere and you'd be so tired because you'd been traveling all day. But like I said, how I do it, I come a few days early. I ease myself into it. And I really, really still love and enjoy singing. So it doesn't feel like a hardship. And I think that's the thing, you've got to make sure that it doesn't feel like a hardship. It always still feels like a pleasure. And you have to just time management.
Do what you love what you do.
Yeah,
and
that I get paid for it. I mean,
I know.
It's outrageous. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Shh, don't tell everyone I want to do it. So listen, you say you're here a few days early. That's a few days early for what?
Oh, I'm doing an evening with myself at Dos Toros. I will be playing some songs that people know, but in a way that's a little different. So it's me and another musician who's my musical director, and he also plays the piano, the bass. But we will be doing an evening with the two of us, piano, keyboards, and voice, so people can get the measure of what I do.
And there's going to be a bit of a Q&A thing.
Yes, you'll be able to ask me questions, and I will answer. I might not get to give you the answer you want, but you can ask any question you like. So it should be a good evening, and for me, it's just the difference of showing my voice in a different way, and also being a bit more personable with everybody. Because I used to be so very shy, and I realised that people want to know a bit more, and then that's okay.
So this is quite an intimate.
Very intimate. It's only 250 people.
Right.
Yeah. So
and it's completely sold out.
It is.
Should have done a second night, love. Come on. I've had people that I haven't spoken to for ages getting in touch with me saying, "Here, mate. Can you get some tickets?"
Well, things will happen again, and they will be doing other shows. There will be evenings with other people.
Now, listen, you do a lot for charity.
I do my best.
You do, but we're not supposed to talk about it, but it does elevate the charity's profile.
And this is what I'm learning, because like I said before, in the Bible it says that you do good works, that you don't really talk about it. But if you want the charity to thrive and survive, then you have to elevate their profile.
Well, you've got that profile, and you can help lift that anybody's profile. Really.
Well, I don't know about anybody, but I'm
feeling it. I'm feeling it, love. Now, so what other charities you help?
Bernardo's. I do Sister Space. I do Asthma Society. I do quite a lot. There's a Full Stringer, which is a smaller the Stringer Society, which helps with mental wellness, mental well-being. I do quite a bit. And, when I leave here today, I'm going off to...
You're going off to Mariah. Is it a Ladies' Day or something?
That's right.
But
the charity. What's the charity name?
It's all in aid of the Preventatorio de Gandia, the children's home.
Yes, and they do good work. So they've got a Ladies' Day and a fundraiser today. So I'm going up there to say hello and just to... just take a few pictures and have them tell me about the charity. But I know they do good work, and they do things with Alzheimer's charities and things like that. So for me, that's how you bring about community. We all help each other. We all see what's needed, and we all roll up our sleeves and get on with it. It's not something that you should pat yourself on the back for. This is community. This is how we should be living. So I want to come to Spain, and I want to do something that will benefit, to the wider community as well.
Excellent. So your do is on Wednesday.
That's right.
Right. And we've got to give a shout out to the lads, haven't we? Let's give a shout out. Now, this is Get Close we're talking. It's a new thing.
Yes.
It's a new thing. And this is their first event.
First event, yeah, and I'm
And it's
proud
a
to be,
sellout.
yeah, and I'm proud to be part of it, you know, because they are hardworking, and I've seen the lengths that they've gone to make sure that this event and that is a success and that people enjoy it, and that's what we're about, you know. It's people think to themselves, well, you've come to a small place, but I want everybody to hear my voice, and I love what I do, and I want to touch as many people as I can, and it's not always about money.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Apparently, the guys are going to be bringing other people over.
Yeah, so they're going to sports. So it's going to be music and sports. I mean, nothing's sexier than music and sport, is it? So
the two are like a marriage made in heaven.
Marriage made in heaven. So I think to myself, yeah, it should pep up the nightlife and Mariah, and bring something a little different. Evenings with.
Brilliant. It's been lovely to talk to you.
It's been great to be here. You've been a real.
Oh, bless you. Get out of here. Listen, have a great night on Wednesday.
I'll do my best.
And listen, I was saying earlier to Stephen, it's a bit late for me, you see, because I have to go early start.
Yes.
But you know what? To hell with it. I don't
Do
care.
it.
Yeah, even if it means 2 hours sleep, I don't care.
I'm worth it.
I'm not missing it.
I'm worth it.
I'm not missing it.